One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Set up. 70. Indy. Go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Big River.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good night, baby.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Yo, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Greystone, travel.
Check Mike 45. Record. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a
Hey, Haywood.
Tighten up.
Let go.
Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Take four.
Goff. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Shell.
Slam.
Value three.
Joker. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They run forward with Breida. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, 29 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
That's got to be a long.
Hey, wahoo!
Lucky. Hey, alert 3.
Yep. Five.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
20.
I got him. Two tights. Alert. 3 down. Maverick. Showing it.
12. Five. Set.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's a party now.
Get it.
Throwing Jones. That one going to be complete to David Moore. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
45 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 45.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
1st down, Rams.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Shift.
Now.
This is Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And the Rams 1st down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check curls.
49. Check 49.
Bang. Hey, check Mike 45. Hit it.
Back to throw. Jones. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On the
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check 52. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back and go full strength. Go on, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Cornell.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
All day, every day, any day.
Now gone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Go, 12, let's go. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, exit.
3rd and long. It's gone. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Watkins, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready.
Now Jones throwing again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rock it. Go. Go.
Right there, 56.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Gordon on first down, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over.
Go.
Take it. 45. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. This is Breida. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Shell.
Check 9. Check 50. Check 50.
Motion.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Like 20. Mike 51. Get that quarterback at all costs. Obama. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
On first down, gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. 65. 14. 14. Obama. Hey, Alpha.
Goff now looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Greedy Williams on the cover.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55.
A final shot before break here. Gone. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. 12.
It's Eckler again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch this Tiger. Hatchet.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
DC. Kill. Turn up.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breida, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
I got him. Back to mine. I got him.
Now a give to Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And this one hits the crossbar, and it's no good.
Let's go.
Oh, by the slimmest of margins, they're unable to tie this game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Mike 52.
I'm coming.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ready, set.
We don't want this.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
3 down. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he finds McLaurin. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Go.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
On first down, it's gone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Check recon, 132 fighter.
Check three, check three.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up
20.
Wild bill, wild bill.
Maverick.
Rush in, rush in.
80 weapons.
Get him, get him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Hold on. Topper!
Shift! Motion, pop!
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let him know.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Check. Fresno. Kill. Check 20.
Hey, Sue. Yes. Five.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Safety's creeping.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Rip right. Kill. Out.
Ric Flair.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Got it.
45's the mic. I got it. Watch twist. Check safety. Switch it.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
50, plant. 45. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get it.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
4 down, 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again.
Come on, let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing.
Here we go.
If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Hey, kill.
Mike 51 wants to run. They're running it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
17. Turbo.
They run again with Breida. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime for gone. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Super one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. This one out quickly to Watkins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Motion, motion, motion. Bravo. Mike 51, Mike 51. 17, 17, 17. Cut.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
On the ready. 45, check Mike 45. Get your swerve on. Joker, 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 Joker. Check, 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 check. Yep. Back, back. Switch, switch, switch.
On 1st down, Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready?
45 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
Hey.
Check. Check. He's checking. He's checking.
Hey, Sam off. Snap.
They keep it on the ground again. Gordon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready up.
45, 45, Mike, 45.
Come on. You better bring it. Hit it. Check, check.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10. No, no, no. Off. Leo.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Switch.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
60 or.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Kill. Hard.
36.
Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly.